which has gone viral on social media. Meanwhile, the EFF has opened a case of racism against Catza-velos.
You cannot beat this.
This is Adam Catzavelos on holiday. But if you keep watching for just a little longer, you hear Adam expressing his delight that there are no black people around, even using the K word to convey his satisfaction.
Not one inside. Heaven on earth.
It's unclear where or when the video was taken and who leaked it. But the backlash has been instantaneous. Social media users soon made the video trend with their opinions. The Human Rights Commission says they've received complaints about the video.
It's totally unacceptable. 25 years after our freedom, which we work so hard for, to bring about equality and to bring about justice and to bring about respect and understanding amongst all the people, we get somebody now, 25 years later, making such an obscene, overt, racist statement. It's totally unacceptable.
The EFF has also opened a case of racism and related charges against Adam. In a statement released on Wednesday, representatives for the family business St. George's Fine Foods say they fired Adam from his position of marketing director. Nozintombi Mia, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Meanwhile, Country Duty has laid a complaint with the South African Human Rights Commission. For more reaction, we are joined in studio by Bongani Sibanyoni. Thank you very much indeed, Bongani, for your time. Appreciate it. Well, you've heard that it's obviously causing a great deal of hurt, I think, in the majority of South Africa. Should punitive or restorative justice be sought here?
You know, in our opinion as Country Duty, I think both. I think, you know, the sense of shock that we are seeing from the public at large, not just in South Africa, by the way. We've had contacts in the UK where people have called us as Country Duty to say, you know, what's happening. So the video has gone all over the world. And it's not the fact that he used the word, the K word. I think the shock that we are seeing is the fact that he had the audacity to actually take a video and then post it you know, to his private group on WhatsApp, which is what the allegations are saying. And, you know, for an individual that has the audacity to be able to do that, the question that we ask ourselves is, you know, does he do this on a regular basis? You know, if he had the guts to actually send the video to his social network, are they like him? Do they do this overpriced on the weekends all the time?
Well, the assumption is that he's talking to like-minded people, isn't it?
Exactly.
And when, and I say normally in inverted commas, but normally when people get caught using these racist runs, somebody else is filming them, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, he's taking a selfie video, so to speak. What goes through somebody's mind when one does that?
I mean, it boggles the mind, doesn't it? Especially because we've had cases in South Africa, most recently the Penny Sparrow case, and other recent cases where individuals have posted something on social media and they've been found wanting from a legal point of view. So for him to actually do that, for me, it shows that, you know, in the social circles that he finds himself in, this is acceptable. Because I do not think that someone with a sober mind would have actually posted such a video, knowing what we know, you know, knowing the history of the country, and knowing the recent cases that we've seen where certain individuals have actually gotten jail terms. So for him to have the audacity to be able to do that, it indicates that in his social circles, chances are, to your point, he's talking to people of like mind.
Does Vicky Momberg's case serve as a precedent for a case like this? I mean, she used the K word over 48 times. But I guess using it once is bad enough, isn't it?
It's bad enough. So I think it does serve as a precedent to some extent. You know, I think what we noticed with Vicky is she was not remorseful. So we do not know what Adam's reaction is going to be as yet because we haven't had anything from him.
So if Adam comes out and says, you know what, guys, it was a mistake, I'm sorry, is that acceptable?
So I don't think in the public eyes it's going to be acceptable. You know, an apology alone, I don't think it's going to be acceptable. I think when you infringe the sense of dignity in the way that he's infringed it, I do not believe that a simple apology is going to be possible. I think he needs to do more than that, and he needs to show real remorse. And it might be that he needs to, decide that he's going to enroll himself for a class that has to do with racism. It might be that he needs to, donate some funds to worthy causes. So he needs to actually take action. I mean, we've seen the repercussions of his utterances. We've seen his family business is suffering right now because some clients are saying we'll no longer be doing business with you. So he is already, in my view, the repercussions of his statements are already there to see for everyone.
Bongani, I guess the danger here is to paint all white people as racist, isn't it? And you would agree that's not the case.
That's absolutely not the case.
How can we take this conversation further, bearing that in mind?
So I think, conversations about race are ordinarily very emotive. And what we do from a country duty perspective is we always try to take the emotion out of it, but it's difficult to take the emotion out of it. But we always say this is a chance for us as South Africans to actually discuss matters of race. So you go back to a corporate office now, and everyone just goes on about their business after this case is settled. But what we need to do as South Africans is to put ourselves in positions where we say, we have these issues as a country. Can we establish forums in the corporate environment, whether at home or anywhere else, to say, let's discuss these issues? Because he himself, Adam, he had colleagues. He was probably in a position of power. He probably had black people reporting to him. And we work in corporate institutions where we might have people like Adam. It might be that some of the people that he posted the video to actually work in those corporate institutions where they are responsible for many lives, not just black lives, but lives in general. And if these are the types of views that they hold, you can just imagine what they do in those corporate offices.
And being stubbornly insular doesn't help, isn't it? And I'm talking about all races here. Not wanting to learn about another's culture, what makes you tick, conversations that are normally happen around the Braai area, for instance, knowing that will help social cohesion, isn't it?
Most definitely. I mean, we need to learn about each other's cultures. And it's easy when you are when you find a group of people, you normally go to the ones that you identify with the most. But we need to get out of that comfort zone. You need to actually take proactive steps to say, I want to learn about your culture. Can you teach me? Can you take me to where you grew up, Bongani? So that I can learn about where you come from. So I see you live in Johannesburg, you work in a corporate office, but who is Bongani? Without the suit. Who's the real Bongani? Can you teach me about yourself? And I'll teach you about myself. And you'll be amazed at what we can learn about each other. And in terms of how we can actually start as a nation. Because, we created a Rainbow Nation a long time ago. And my view has always been the Rainbow Nation is a journey. We haven't arrived as yet. Because we see videos like this. We see the reaction from social media. It means we are still on a journey. And to your point, this is where we need to actually learn about each other, find out about each other's cultures. And it's not about a black and white thing. It cuts across board. So it's black on black, it's white on white, and it's black on white. So we all need to learn about each other's cultures and in each other's situations.
Step by step, I guess it's all about nation building, isn't it?
Ultimately. Yeah. Ultimately.
Bongani, thank you very much indeed for your time. Unfortunately, we run out of time, but appreciate your insight. Bongani Sibanyoni is from Country Duty, a social activist organization. Thank you very much indeed. Alicia?